WCPO 9, it's a new day.
Good afternoon and welcome to a new day. Well, we tried to get our next guest during Black History Month, but we missed our deadline. So eventually we got a sit-down chance to talk to Dr. H. James Williams, president of Mount St. Joseph University. WCPO 9 education reporter Deja Gross and I had a great interview with him. Take a look.
You are the 7th president in MSJ's history, but you are also the first African-American president. What does that milestone mean for you personally, and how do you see it shaping the future of the university?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that I'm just honored to be the president at Mount St. Joseph University, and to be the first African-American president is an added honor. When I applied for this position, not everybody thought there was a real opportunity for me because they don't know the Sisters of Charity. So, number one, I'm honored. I'm glad it happened because I don't think folks understood or understand, quite frankly, how open, welcoming, and diverse conscious the Sisters of Charity are. And they have been for a while, not just since I came.
Your career has spanned from accounting, law, academia. How has these experiences prepared you for your role as president?
Well, first of all, the president needs to be well informed about a lot of different things. And what I've found in my career is that my experience as a lawyer, my experience as an accountant, as a CPA, as a management accountant even, and my experience in academia have really given me the wherewithal to be able to help students in a lot of different ways. So that extra knowledge and understanding really has helped me, and especially as the leader of the university.
How do you balance academic rigor with fostering an inclusive and welcoming campus here?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question because a lot of times folks might think that somehow those are incompatible, but they're not. Having a rigorous learning environment is important for all folks. I grew up in an all-black community, and I went to all-black schools up until the 10th grade when they bused us to schools outside of the city. And in those classrooms, those professors, faculty members expected a lot of us. They were rigorous in their teaching. They were rigorous in their expectations. And what that did was it actually helped me appreciate and, quite frankly, helped me to understand that I needed to hold myself to those high standards. So, getting a diverse group doesn't mean that you all of a sudden now don't have to be as rigorous as you would otherwise be. In fact, my way of thinking, sometimes it's just the opposite. But we need to make sure that we are holding ourselves to those high standards. And I think the students will understand that and appreciate that. And we've been able to do that here at the Mount.
I know you mentioned that your wife is the school's first lady, and
Yes.
Your eyes lit up, and that was so wonderful. Can you just tell me about how she helps the school out and how she helps you?
Well, she helps the school out tremendously. We have a Women in Business event today, and one of the first things they did was to reach out and ask her if she could attend, because they know that she cares about the university and she wants to be involved and she wants to be engaged. The students love her and the students love working with her. So, and in fact, next week she'll be in my class. I teach a class, and my MBA students will have an opportunity then to ask her questions and learn from her expertise and experience, and that helps tremendously.
So what do you enjoy about Cincinnati, you and your wife, when you came here? What is something that you all enjoyed about this city?
Well, we enjoy all the arts. We're avid theater goers, and the fact that there's a diversity of opportunities for entertainment here in Cincinnati, we really appreciate.
So for those people that are watching, and I know some young man may be sitting there or woman thinking about being a college president, what is the advice you would give them?
My advice is always to students, you got to find a job that you really like, about which you're passionate, something that gets you involved and engaged and actually inspires you to do the work you do. And then you have to do it as diligently as you can all the time. You have to be on top of it, be your own worst critic, be willing to step outside your comfort zone, because you're not going to get better doing the same thing you've always done. And so do those things. And then I say you have to keep your eyes, ears, and hearts open. And the Lord will guide you to where you need to be.
That leads me to my next question. You know, this is Black History Month, and that's part of the reason why we also wanted to highlight you. How do you reflect on the contributions of African Americans in higher education, and how do you aim to expand that legacy?
I always want to be a good model for what I'm professing. And I've always loved education. Education has been really good to me. We have so many stellar African American historians in higher education, and we can look to them for guidance and leadership. But I hope that I'll be able to add just a tad bit, that in fact somebody will look at me and say, you know, James did a good job. He was a great leader in higher education, full of integrity, wanted to do the right things all the time, stood up for what was right rather than what was comfortable. If I can have folks say those kinds of things about me, I will feel good about what I've been able to add to this mosaic of African Americans in higher education. One thing I found out about this place is, and I tell our new employees this all the time, it's okay to be emotional. It's okay to show that you love these students. It's okay to love each other around here. It's okay to say kind things to folks. It's not just that we're small. Because we're small, we get a chance to know each other better. We have a chance to really start caring about each other in a way that you won't necessarily find other places. That this is a place that's going to support me. Folks are going to encourage me. They're going to affirm me. And then they're going to challenge me to be the absolute best I can be. That's what I love about this place.
To learn more about Mount St. Joseph University, visit msj.edu.